What does that look like in real life?
Sure.
Wait, back it up a little bit.
Be traumatized and still be held accountable.
Does that look like? Can you be traumatized and still be accountable? What does that look like in real life?
Okay.
Sure. Yes, you can be traumatized and still be held accountable. Just because you were traumatized as a kid, it's not an excuse for you to grow up and be the same person that traumatized you. The same way that you wanted that person who turns you into this traumatized person to not traumatize you, you have the onus to do the same thing to be the same thing yourself. I think it'll be weird to say that just because somebody's been through a bunch of stuff, and because they've been through so much stuff, they can't be held accountable for what they do based on what they've been through. That's one of those I'm healing type excuses.
Yeah, that kind of goes back to what I'm saying. I feel like a lot of people lean into that, right? They were traumatized, so you should excuse me. And in many situations, people will allow it because they'll understand their history and sympathize and sometimes try to empathize with them.
Pause. I've been called worse, better people. Bro, put up his last thing, bro. That's crazy.
Oh, what happened?
That's a flagrant. I didn't even see that.
I've been called worse by better people. Like, I like that. Put it on the screen.
Oh, click on what screen?
I put his comment
in the chat.
In the chat. Hey, yo, that's crazy, Sean. That's wild. Yo, that's crazy.
Sure is today, but that was great. That was great.
I'm not feeding. You hear what you're saying out loud, brother?
Thanks, Miranda.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We'll read the super chat after. I appreciate you.
We gotta know who the hell that is, man. Jesus.
Shit, I was guilty of it when I understood that people came from troubled past. I would let certain things slide, but what I've learned is that they don't really stop. Right? Once you let people cross a line, they become a habitual line crosser. So you have to be very careful with that. Sometimes with family, it's a good idea to give them a little bit more grace, and I always do try to offer grace. But going back to the understanding that you're talking about, trauma, and then there's the trauma actually affects people differently, right? Some people experience the same type of trauma and become more disciplined. You turn into a monster because of it, and you want to be excused because of it, and it's at my expense, not yours. So for me, I'm going to have boundaries, and now where I am in my life, I choose to not deal with that. That type of element has no business in my life, right? Especially once you become responsible for others, you don't have time for those sort of things. There's no reason for a person to be dealing with all this extra anguish just because somebody else went through something. And it might sound, sort of cold or whatever, but no, we're not doing that. For 2026, people need to stop letting people violate them. You need to cut out energy vampires, because some people don't even always do certain things all the time, but they would just bring your energy down.
Let me address this real quick. Listen, the topics are already set. So why in the hell would I listen to a chat if we already got topics set? So if you want to listen to topics, or if you want us to speak on certain topics, you send it to the email, so that way on the next live stream, we'll have the topic that you want us to speak on. That's why you need to send the email. I'm not just gonna listen to the topic. So if you got a topic, because there's so many days between Tuesday and the next Tuesday. There's so many days. So if you want a topic that you want us to speak on, send it to the email that I put in the chat. Simple as that. Don't make it more difficult than it needs to be. Thank you.
If it's spicy, we might do a Friday show.
Yeah, you feel me? If it's spicy, we might do a Friday. We might do an impromptu Friday show, and we'll let y'all know. But hey, other than that, send it to the chat.
Yeah, just like what Courtney said, man. If y'all want to hear us on whatever topics that y'all feel, man, it's so many times people email us and text what they want to pick our brain about. We just need to know. We don't know. We up here just doing what we can do right now. So if you have something in particular, send it to the email and we'll talk about it. It's no issue, bro. It's no issue.
Fact. No, I appreciate you, Chad. Listen. I'm
Yeah.
not coming at you. I just want to clear that. I just want to clear it up. So if you have any topics that you want us to talk about, or if you got any topics that you want me to talk about on Wednesday on the solo show, or on my Saturday solo show, or for the impromptus on Friday, just send it in the email. I put it in there so that way we can have a list of things we can talk about. You know what I'm saying? Because again, even though it's 4 of us, y'all may come across some shit that you like, you know what? I want to hear what they got to talk. I want to hear what they got to say about this. So just send in the email. I promise you, I respond. I see the email. I respond.
Because they're loading you up with all of this trauma dumping and making you feel a type of way. You got to exclude these people. It's really not your problem. If you don't do this professionally, if that's not what you do.
Yeah, you can send it to Marcus too. He got an email. He can put it in the email because he don't want to give out his phone number. You know what I'm saying? He don't want y'all to call him King Mingling and Paul. You know what I'm saying?
You're trying to be Mike Jones.
And it's going to spill over into your life. Get the hell off.
Oh, yeah.
So can you be traumatized and still be accountable? What does that look like? I think I would say yes. And the way that would look like is recognizing triggers. So once you go through something and you know that you're triggered by something, sometimes you won't know that you're triggered until you're actually triggered. But recognizing your emotions in that manner, like when it actually happens, and then reacting accordingly is the way that you could be accountable experiencing trauma, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if that makes sense, because I think a lot of people are like, oh, I was triggered, and then they use that as an excuse to be all irate and crazy, but they know that something is a trigger.
Your hair looks nice tonight, Lynn.
I was just about to say the same thing.
I think you brushed it.
A lot of volume.
I said, damn, my hair looking good, ain't it?
I have a lot of hair.
At the end of the day, bro, just trauma explains behavior. It doesn't excuse it. So you can't escape accountability just because of what you've been through. Like, that's weak, and I don't know, and like adult cowardice to think that, okay, well, I was traumatized as a kid, so now I'm gonna beat kids too, or my dad wasn't around, so I don't want to be around for my children. Like, bro, that's a choice. Like, what happened to you wasn't a choice. You had no say in that, but what you choose as an adult, it says who you are. And if you use your trauma as an excuse for that, then
hey, pause it real quick.
Do you think
Shay Love?
I love our panel sister Ashley, but I think this the man for her.
Which one? Willie?
Fucking Willie, bro. What you mean? Because you got beat and you passing the beating down, that's trauma. There ain't no trauma. Quit fucking up.
That's a fact.
You knew the confines of what was gonna get you whooping and what wasn't, and you chose to be a habitual line stepper.
That's a fact.
People
I don't believe beings. I don't believe beings. I know there are some people who actually go through that shit, but I think some confuse it. They try to mix it together and combine it. It's like, oh, well, shit, I was getting beat. Nah, you probably was a bad little shit. You was getting your shit rocked.
Yeah, you was habitually line stepping, and they was getting you in line. Talking wasn't working for you. Mm-hmm. Go face the corner was not working for you. So yeah, no, fuck that.
Yeah, I agree. I
wanted to get that off before it went too far.
some people I watch Lapeef, and Willie is like pause. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a wild name, huh?
It's crazy. Like, you gotta pause him. But he a lot like me. I look at things what it is. I think how to feel it. I look at things and take feelings out of it. I can look at things from a feeling perspective after it, but in the midst of it, what is the benefit, or what's the actual situation? And if you 30 something years old and you ain't faced your trauma, you can talk about your trauma so much and you don't address it, that's a you issue. I don't give a fuck about any all that. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit at all. You gonna sit here and tell me I was beat when I was a kid and this, that, man, you're 30-something years old. Oh, like you 38. Man, I'm traumatized. I'm beat when I man, shut the fuck up, bro. Like,
Chill, bro. Goddamn.
Oh God, that's how the kids get you, bro.
Yeah, but you see that belt was hanging in the middle of the frame, though.
You feel me? That's exactly why I played it. That's what you're gonna get next.
Therapy talk is helping people grow when people dodge hard conversations.
I think therapy is the new non-prescription drug. I believe that it's something that people who are not very interesting attach to their lifestyle because most people are pretty basic and rudimentary. So I think that people try their best to attach to something that appears like they are developed or seasoned or sharp. And saying that I'm in therapy can be a talking point. It can also give people the illusion that you're actually progressive. But yeah, no, I
like True. I like True.
Yeah, he lays it down.
It's just it's laughable. I don't think that it's helping people just based on my observation. Mainly because it seems that therapists are providing people a space to talk. But I think, like Pretty Intellectual said, it'd be hard to quantify how effective it is. You know, what is the progress of people? How is that manifesting in daily lives? Are we having a more developed society? And based on what I observe, not so much. But you can get therapy on your computer now. Don't even got to leave your house.
Facts.
So, I guess that's how I answer that.
Yeah, I think it's interesting when we talk about is therapy working, is it not working? Because quite literally a part of the sciences is seeing things over a span of time. And the idea of even therapy, especially in the Black community, is very new. So we have actually not been able to give it enough time to see if it works or not.
It don't work.
All these terms that we're getting irritated by, these are maybe terms that
Yeah, this is a great to address. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So therapy is not a hard science. It's not hard science. It's soft. It's not repeatable. You can't do the same thing with science as when you're doing like biochemistry or something like that. You're breaking down molecules and all that type of stuff, and you come up and you write a formula and you have the result every single time. When it comes to psychology, therapy, and all that stuff, it's not a hard science. So everything is a very, very subjective. So we haven't had time to see how it works. You're not going to see how it works because everything is so subjective depending on the situation they got going on.
Yep.
Everybody goes to therapy for certain things. You might have childhood trauma. You might went to the military and got trauma. You might have had some trauma versus your relationship. It's so vast that there's no proven thing that you're going to get a subscription and this will work.
Hey, check this out. Anything that ain't got an end date, but it's supposed to help you is a scam.
Right. So she one of those pretty intellectual. That's her name, Pretty Intellectual.
Mid-intellectual.
She go on a diatribe all the time, speaking about things that she feels, not what she actually knows.
Yep.
Like I said, it's not a hard science. So when it comes to this whole therapy situation, I guarantee everybody on this panel and even the people in the chat that's seeing how people be scamming people with this whole therapy situation.
Yep.
We see it. You done seen people say, hey, if you go to Cheyenne Bryant and you want some help, you can't get no help unless you pay.
Y'all remember the chick? I remember the chick who went viral on TikTok talking about how Black men should get in therapy, but yet at the same time she was talking shit and outing these type of men about what she hear from these Black men.
Oh yeah, a woman fired her.
Yeah, and she got banned. And she got banned from that shit. She got banned from I think got sent off of TikTok.
She went against HIPAA laws. You can't talk about what's going on in your practice and all that type of stuff. And that's the reason why You know, I know we had this conversation. Shout out to Ash and all that type of stuff, but that's the reason why currently right now you have more people in the therapy industry that saying there are more men in therapy than women. And then when the men out there, all right, I'm gonna go to therapy and I'm gonna talk about what I gotta talk about, get some shit off my chest so I can be better. She went online and talked shit about them. And say that's the reason why y'all men need to go to therapy. I'm in it. I'm trying to figure this shit out. But she shitted on it. And guess what? After she got fired, she still blamed me.
Hey, do you think most men that are in therapy, that girl made them go? Or think they went on their own?
Say that again, bro.
Do you think the majority of men that go to therapy, do you think they go on their own, or do you think that girl made them go?
That girl made them go.
I think most men. I think most men go to therapy on their own because they understand this situation that they.
I think most men got friends that they talk to. I don't think men.
Yeah, I think
it's girls that do that shit.
I think
anytime I've ever been told I need to go to therapy is by a girl, and at that point I'm doing the most diabolical shit in the world, right? To them, according to them.
My wife, she worked in the industry. Most men, we can say that women are the one that push it. Yes, we hear it on a day-to-day basis, but still, when women say it, it's still on free will and accord of the man to go. Right? You got men out here that don't get a goddamn doctor. They don't go to the doctor at all, even though their wife say, "Hey, you need to go get a checkup." Man, I'm good. Right? They the same thing with the therapy, but when they get to a situation where, you know, us as men, we start seeing things differently. I need to change. I need to do this, or I need to do that. They will seek it out. Then when they see the effects, usually it happens when they get older, not when they 20 something. It's usually when they above the age of 35 or something.
But do you think it's to either find a girl or make some girl that's in your life accept you? I'm just saying, like a lot of people, like as far as a man going to therapy, I don't know if they go to therapy just to be like, people are bothering me at work and I don't know how to handle this shit. I don't know, and they might be. I don't know. Well, I'm saying the majority, not all, but majority. I would say it's about a relationship.
It's an influence. It's an influence because of a woman.
Yeah.
It may be an influence, but it may be an influence. Two things can be true, right? But at the end of the day, you might have the influence, but at the same time, that man might look at the situation. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and go. Because I think us as men, most of us, the things that traumatize women don't traumatize men at the same level.
Right.
I think it's to a point with men, we be like, okay, there is something within me that, okay, I got to address it. And it gets to a point where when men go, they understand that it's going to impact their life. I think like on a huge level. Most of us, we done got our ass whooped. We done been cheated on. We done been on hard breakups and all that type of stuff. Women treated us like shit and this, that, and the third. We got used and all that. We good. We just keep it going. But once it get to a point where you're trying to establish a lifestyle with your family and you trying to build a family, and majority of times the woman may say you might need to go to therapy. If you seeing the impact how it involves your family or the people that's closer to you, I think majority of the time that's when men go to therapy. When they by themselves, they good. But when it's in the things that you're doing, you might be an alcoholic, you might be doing whatever. I think that's when, if they have things that they in charge of that depends on them, I think they have the proclivity like really go in. Not just because a woman said, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, even if a woman say, hey, you need to go to therapy, and he know if I don't go to therapy, she threatened to leave me. That's one of those things. He went because of that.
So that's where I'm gonna be controversial.
His like what he in charge of. I think that's majority of the time.
Yeah, because that's why I'm gonna be controversial, and I'm gonna say therapy for men is for two types of men: weak ass niggas and lonely niggas. It's like I keep saying all the time. guys are supposed to have a circle of solid guys around them. That is your group. That is your pack, your tribe, whatever the fuck you want to label it. Them is your people. They supposed to hold you accountable. Like, hey, bro, you being a total dumbass right now. Like, why are you doing this? You keep saying that she doing X, Y, Z, but look what the fuck you doing. Stuff like that. You're supposed to have people around you to hold you accountable. So either you're lonely and you have nobody around you, or you just a weak ass motherfucker, and then you need some more titties to suck on because the Similac and breast milk that you had as a toddler didn't do enough for you.
Yeah. I talked to my mentor one time and we talked about therapy, and I had the same sentiments, but he was like, he came from a household, he in therapy. And he gave me a new perspective. He was like, what if you had nobody to talk to? And
that's what I'm saying. That's where the lonely come in.
Yeah. So he was like, there are some people, some men, hey, you can go to your dad, you can go to your mom, you can go to your cousin, all that stuff. Some people, they ain't got that at all. And then when you're going through something like a divorce, who you gonna talk to then? You can't talk to the lawyer. He's not your therapist or somebody that got your best interest. They trying to make money. So sometimes a therapist, and sometimes you got to go to a couple of them. But in general, how women like to weaponize therapy of just, I even heard weak ass men say, everybody needs therapy. Everybody needs therapy. Sometimes you need to just get your ass up and face the shit that's in front of you and be a man.
See, I got a review video.
That's in front of you. That's exactly what it is. And you need to put yourself in uncomfortable situation so you can go rise above it. So you'll be desensitized to the bullshit that's ahead of you going forward.
Yeah, I got this review video I'm finna do in this shorty. She was talking about her therapy, and she been in therapy, if I remember correctly, for over 2 decades.
Oh, yeah.
If it took 20 plus years of you talking to somebody and you still fucked off, then they're scamming you. That shit. I mean, technically, if you want to think about it, insurance is a scam. Because if you, from you born until you die, if you paying on that insurance and you ain't never had to use it, you got scammed your whole fucking life. Now, granted, if the few times that, you know, somebody here or there, they actually have to use it, it's beneficial for them. But at the same time, if you would have saved up money to fix your own shit to begin with, you could have just opted out, minus the fact that they mandate you to have insurance for stuff. You could have just opted out of that shit because that shit's a scam. And half the time when you need to use the shit, they make you jump through hoops. They ain't make you jump through hoops to pay them, but you know, for your claim, you got to jump through hoops to fucking get your claim handled. So it's a scam. And that's how I feel about therapy. So a lot of people I seen that went to therapy, it helps a minuscule few, but on the majority scale, them people just as fucked up as when they started. Y'all just bought a friend. That's all. Instead of getting a friend for free, y'all just bought a friend that y'all could talk to. And after 60 minutes or however many minutes your block is, they can just tell you to shut the fuck up and see you next time because it's tied to a check. Would none of them call you if you felt hard on times and you lost your job or whatever? They would not give you a free session.
I know a chick right now that's a psychologist. She just as fucked up than she more fucked up than people that go see her.
Bro, a lot of them are. A lot of them are. You get online all the time.
The shit that I know personally. I know the people that be going to her. They probably if the problems that they had going on will fall on the ground, a lot of people will pick it up because they it's better than the bullshit they got going on, right? The woman that's the therapist and psychologist, they got the doctorate degree and this, that, and the third, and blah blah blah. She more fucked up than the people that's going to see her.
Bro,
she gotta hold that shit in, and then when she go home, she got a therapist too. So she go to work giving therapy sessions to people, and then all the shit that she's trying to hold in and don't want to project to the people that's actually in her therapy sessions, she holding it back. She got to go to her therapist, and that therapist might be going through the same shit she going through.
But that's my problem too. When Ashley had brought up therapy one time, and I'm like, okay, I'm from the hood. Fuck, I look like getting a therapist is from a suburban neighborhood. Y'all ain't never seen a dead body in the middle of the street on the way to school when you was in the 3rd grade. Y'all ain't never seen a shorty pull up on her side dude and the main bitch pull up and she jumped out the 4th window floor in her underwear and fucking slammed on the floor, sprained her ankle, had to limp away because she didn't want to get beat up. Y'all ain't seen none of this shit unless it was in movies. Y'all first dead body be y'all grandma that made it to 93. I seen a dead body from a nigga that was trapping at the age of 14 and got smoked by the big homie. So what are you gonna tell me that they taught you in school that fits my environment? Some shit that you read out of a book. Like half of y'all, it's just like when we go to school for business. Motherfuckers be in school going to go get a business degree, and half them fucking professors ain't never even started a business. So you just teaching me theory. You teaching me theory at that point. Or all these bitches that go get these psychology degrees. Bitches be triple platinum in a psychology degree. 19 PhDs and shit, and go get played by somebody that's locked up. That motherfucker ain't even on the streets and he playing your ass.
Well, you know it's bullshit because you see the one what was it, the girl, the lady, the doctor on whatever the one I sent it to y'all to. The dude was asking, can a man get pregnant? And she jumped all around that goddamn question like it wasn't nothing. Like she would not answer the goddamn question. Yeah. And she was a professional. And this dude's like, you're a doctor. Like you won't even fucking acknowledge that a man can't get pregnant. So like, man, when I saw that shit, I said all this other bull. Like, fuck that, man. And the therapist should tell you, hey, the world ain't fair. Fucking suck it up, man. That's literally what a therapist should goddamn tell you. Unless you want to hear what the fuck you want to hear.
Well, they keep tap dancing with the political climate because they don't want to
make some money. Because you crazy motherfuckers making money.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. If you're supposed to save my life, fuck being offensive. Spit the real. So, like you said, no, men can't get pregnant now. If you cut your titties off and took hormones to grow a beard, you can still get pregnant because still a little cootie cat down there. If you want to lie to yourself in the mirror and say that you a man, you can still get pregnant. You still got ovaries. But, you know, if you got a motherfucking schlong down there, pause. You can't get pregnant. Where the baby gonna come out of? You ain't finna squeeze them out the tube. So, yeah. So that's the thing. Like, a lot of these people, they keep succumbing to all these political climates and stuff, and it's like, no, certain things don't need politics in it. Medicine shouldn't be with politics. Just spit the raw as it is, as medicine has it.
Yep.
This therapy shit, spit what the mind is supposed to be doing when it's in its regular form. Don't be like, oh, well, you know, I get that you have an identity crisis and this is what you might feel like. No, you shouldn't be feeling like this because that's stupid as fuck. Quit cosplaying. We in at Comic-Con right now. Comic-Con come once a year to your city. You got to live every day. Every day, this is what you're supposed to do as a man. Every day, this is what you're supposed to do as a woman. Like, quit coddling people for their fucking feelings. And a lot of these therapists are just coddling you because you paying their bills. So they're not.
Have you ever seen like these people who say that they like you ever seen the people who say like that they are obviously a born woman, just say they're born a woman, but they transition
to the wrong body?
Yeah. But the thing is, you kind of think like maybe they have a mental illness, but I promise you, I've seen it happen like 4 or 5 times. If someone asks them, hey, so if I'm black, just say if I'm black, now I'm white, because I think I'm white, whatever. And they acknowledge that is crazy. But for some fucking reason, they can't acknowledge the shit they're going through. They might try to avoid it a little bit, but they won't. But you can tell they know, bro, that's crazy. You're fucking obviously black. You're not white. So like they know the shit ain't like you're in my face. I know you're not a fucking woman. Come on, man. But you're still trying to play this. But you put with a white and black thing, then they acknowledge how crazy that is. So I mean, yeah, it's wild.
I follow this guy.
That's why you gotta get the ebook. That's why you gotta get the ebook. I've been called worse by better people. You gotta get the ebook. Earn while you save. Gotta tap into the Patreon. See, then you can learn how to save your money the right way. Invest your money properly.
Whoa.
I'll put the link in the comments.
Damn, but my homie a tattoo artist. He just bought 2 Lambos.
Yo, I follow this guy. And he's a successful business person and everything, but he hugely Christian, and how he makes his money is based off the Bible. That's the crazy thing, right? And he said he never went to therapy, or he don't believe in therapy because the Bible, he 100% with the Bible. But he did say something that was very interesting. The thing that was very interesting, what he said was, he don't go to therapy because he believes people that actually, the mass in general, majority of people that go to therapy is they go into therapy to have a crutch for the reason why they fell in life.
Yep.
They already know what they need to do, how to progress, and all that type of stuff. But if they go to therapy and tell people they go into therapy, people give them grace. But the thing what he opened my eyes was like maybe like 5, 6, 7 years ago was other people grace of how they think about you ain't got nothing to do with what you got going on. It ain't got nothing how fast you going to progress and everything. Nobody owes understanding. So that thing that you stressed about and all that type of stuff, handle it. And I guarantee
beautiful.
Okay, after you handle that situation that you stressed about and all that stuff, now you was getting beat when you was little, like it's crazy and everything. Yeah, you got trauma, you've been in the military, you got PTSD and all that stuff. That's some real shit. But you just having trauma because your mama didn't love you, and or you wasn't treated like your other siblings. Man, boss up, do what you got to do, make your money, and everything be all right. Because, like, for real.
And let's be 100% honest. Most of the therapists, they going through their own bullshit. They can't even get their life together. They can't even get their life together. So how the hell they gonna tell me how to do something? It's like, nah, I'm good. I'd rather learn from somebody who's actually doing it, somebody who's actually been there and got themselves out of the situation. That goes with anything. That goes with business, that goes with life, that goes with marriage, relationships. Somebody who's already done it, somebody who is still doing it, and they're successful at it. It's like, all right, bro, I see what you have done. I seen the obstacles that you had to go through. What was the mind frame in order for you to get past that, get over that obstacle to get to where you are today? And boom, they'll be more than willing to tell you.
You know, the biggest thing is it's going to be fucking tough. And that's the thing. It's not going to be easy. But these other people going to therapy, they want something to be easy. They want it to be like, hey, I understand your pain. How do you want to handle this? And let's figure out a way to do it the way you want to do it. Not like, if you go to someone who really has overcome it, they had a problem, they overcome it, it's not going to be fucking easy. That shit ain't going to be, it's not going to be like light work. Now, I think that's what people, when they come to a situation and then they hear like how tough it's going to be, and they're not hearing like, oh, it should make me feel good right now. I think that's why they turn away. They turn around from someone who's actually giving them real shit, but they want to go to someone who's going to make them feel good about it. Hey, your mom didn't treat you like shit when you're young. I understand why you can't work. You know, a lot of people are like this. Blah, blah. You're justified from doing this. Instead of someone telling you, bro, that shit sucked, but get the fuck up. No one's going to care about you. No one's going to fucking be there when you can't pay your rent. Your family's going to leave you. We got to figure this shit out, bro. You got to nut up and do the work. They don't want to hear that type of shit, though.
I blame Bush. Bush is the one that started the whole situation of the child left behind. Since then, it's been chaotic because you got some people. Well, you got a lot of people that can't critically think, and just because they are faced with adversity, which most adults tell you, hey, one day you're going to be an adult and you got to move mountains. You got to make the impossible happen because that's what adults do. When they face that adversity and it doesn't work out the way they want it or what's been told by society, everything should just be 100% easy coast and all that type of stuff. So once you face that adversity, they got to go to therapy because their entire life was based around everything is going to work out how I think it's going to work out. Yeah. Back in the day, it was a situation that everybody knew some things ain't going to work out how you think it's going to go, but you still got to go a course, and you probably got to open different doors. You got to go over the door, under the door, right, left, you know, you got to break through the door. It's different ways to get to your goal. Right now, what's being positioned to most people is this is how it should be, and that's what it is. If it don't go that way, it's everybody else's fault.
Yeah,
not you. It's everything around the United States is corrupt. The world is corrupt because things ain't happening how you want it to happen. And a lot of those people have that main character energy, and that's the reason why, shoot, as you can see, they interrupting with ICE situations. People got friends. They online giving their dissertation of what they allow and they don't allow, what they expect. They the main character in their life instead of people just sitting there like, you know what, bullshit happened. I got to get through it.
Yeah, and it could be like a scenario like this. It could be like if just say that if it was me and some other dude started at the same time at our job. Just say this dude works out. Just motherfucker looks good, right? Everyone like in normal society, they would say this motherfucker look good. He got his shit together, right? You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm just a normal looking dude. And just say a year passed by, he keeps fucking going up the ranks. I know that I might think in my mind that I'm a better worker than he is. And that's sort of scenario. A lot of people will let that frustrate the fuck out of them and not understand how the real world works. Is that's just a real world thing. Like they will sit there and bitch and complain about that person moving up, how unfair it is, instead of just being real, be like, yo, this is just how the world is. Fuck it. The other people who were above him were able to look at it, and that's how they did it. But I can't let that shit stop me. Either I'm gonna stay at this job, work my ass off 3 times more than he does, or I'm gonna go somewhere else. So it can't be sitting there just bitching about how unfair it is, because that's how the world is.
It's because I've been in corporate America for a long time. He knows this. Everybody that's in corporate America can attest to this. There's a difference between brown nosing and networking. A lot of people that don't know what networking is, they look at it as brown nosing.
Yep.
And that's actually how you get to where you need to be. You can know how to do your job for full, but everything's about, you know, people that work with you, they feel comfortable with you, and they feel as though that you can navigate through this thing, through the company and all that type of stuff. You can build relationships, you're likable and all that type of stuff. You're gonna get promoted. But if you sitting there, I'm gonna do nothing more, nothing less. I do my job good, I do it better than everybody, but you always get into it with everybody, you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. That's facts.
You're not going nowhere. You're going to be just a good ass employee that's going to stay right there. I know people right now that I was working with 9 years ago. They in the exact same place because they had that mindset.
It's fact. I'm gonna play a little bit more of this.
A lot of people have been using that we just have not been using because we've said, don't go to therapy, go to church, right? So when we even think about how new it is, we'd have to be a little bit patient and give it a little bit more time. But the idea that we're overusing, incorrectly using terminology is at least an indicator that we're being exposed to information. So I actually don't take it as being a negative. It's more so just when you hear somebody incorrectly using a thing, correct it. But at least they know the word. At least like we're starting to circulate it in our language that we do believe some things are predisposed. We do believe some things are learned. We do believe that you can recover from certain things and others are chronic. We do believe some things require medication and other things don't. So at least we now know it's, I don't know. I'm wondering why, with it being so new, are we so critical instead of curious?
Do we actually know though, based on, and I'm going off of what your perspective is based on what I heard you say moments ago. You seem to have a hard stance on qualifying. And so I do understand that you need to give something an adequate amount of time to be a proven concept. But I also believe that this is me, that sometimes people jump on fads of sorts.
Right.
And therapy seems very faddish. It seems very much of, okay, because if you look at human society predating therapy, most societies have functioned quite normally without this said therapy being a thing that you needed in order to progress through one's life. I mean,
normal.
Yeah, to some basis of normality, of course. And therapy was not needed because we used to have communities. We used to have tribes.
We're unaliving each other and going to war and like taking people out and like shooting up schools.
How far left you went?
What are we talking about functioning normally?
We're all the way left. All the way left on that one.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
You remember when I said people to justify what they talk about, they go to Universe 7?
Yep.
All the bad shit in one basket. It was like,
Hey Mac, hold on. He paused it at the worst moment for her facial expression.
oh yeah, that's crazy. Women,
And most women will go to her as a therapist.
yeah, she'll be the therapist that's pseudo intellectual, and then she gonna mindfuck you to be just like her. How she talking?
Yeah,
we're unaliving each other. This man, you know how bro. When we was growing up, we went through 9/11. We went through so many different things back in the day. You know what I'm saying? There's going to. She is the person. She is the exact person that she's an absolutist. Everything is absolute. It's either or. So if people are killing, unaliving each other, this, that, X, Y, and Z, now that's rampant and it's happening all day, every day. It's everywhere. It's happening like 1 out of 1. When you walk outside, you gonna get off. That's how she make it, right? But it's not that. And she, to justify her stance, she had to go to the extreme.
Yeah, she reminded me of somebody that I can't speak.
She reminded me of somebody too, but I ain't gonna say it.
Yeah, I can't speak of, but yeah, she definitely reminded me of somebody.
Yeah.
I can't speak on it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, all I'm gonna say is y'all see my background.
Look at it.
Well,
that's the eyes of you ain't got a lot of shit going on personally, and you virtue signal on a day-to-day basis on these things, on these podcasts and all that stuff. And you get so consumed with what the media is telling you instead of what you actually consume as far as trying to get an understanding about. Those the eyes. You can tell her, hey man, they doing X, Y, and Z because of Trump. She gonna believe it, and she gonna tell you that it's true, even though she heard about it and you just made it up.
all I can say is I'm sitting in my therapy room right now. Y'all see what it say up there?
Oh, you saying it's too much dust between her washer and dryer, bro?
Man,
it's too much. It's too much.
That shit done accumulated.
Gotta recalibrate. Back in the day, when the TV, back in the day, TV was messing up. You had to smack it a couple times.
Yeah, when you had the big back TVs.
The big back TVs.
Shooting drills in schools instead of earthquakes and tornadoes. Like, we're not functioning normally. We're not doing well.
Pretty, I thought you isolated this to the Black community a couple minutes ago.
One second. I isolated it in one example, sir. I'm speaking generally that the idea of therapy is still fairly new.
Okay, I thought you specifically were saying in the Black community is fairly new. My apologies.
Yeah, so I zoom in and zoom out when I talk. So you got to keep up.
Oh, I can't.
That's that condescending shit, bro.
I can't stand hoes like that. I'm sorry. I cannot. Just had a fucking conversation. You don't have to do shit like that. Cause what it then shows me is that you really ain't trying to have an argument. You just trying to attack. You really trying to. I'm sorry, not an argument, but you really aren't trying to have a conversation.
Like if a man did that, bro, when a woman is talking about her experience and how she feel about something, and a man say, "Hey, look, that ain't what we talk about. So keep up, ma'am, so you can actually understand the X, Y, and Z." They'll say, "Yeah, hey, you mansplaining and all that type of stuff." It was unnecessary.
Like if you were really trying to have a conversation, you wouldn't even say that. I don't give a fuck. This is why I don't like people who self-proclaim themselves to be a certain thing. Like her, I'm pretty and I'm intellectual. Shorty, I mean, I seen better looking, and I've seen more intellectual. So I don't like. I can't stand that shit. I really can't.
And this is the thing though. So someone to hear what you just said and be like that we talk shit about women. By like, look, the thing is when you have a fucking attitude that's ugly and nasty, and then you look a certain kind of way, one person's gonna say something. If she was cool, feminine, whatever, man, no one would ever talk about. No one even say shit about her. So I don't want. Cause I know a lot of people say shit like that we like sit like down in women and stuff like that. But it matches her attitude. It matches like what she's throwing out. You know, it'd be the same thing if some dude was like, you know, fat as fuck and be like, you know what, I'm gonna need a girl who's fucking under like 120 pounds. You're like, man, what the fuck your fat ass talking about? Like, I mean, that's exactly what it is. Like, it's no, I mean, it's the same shit. If you got a fucking shit ass attitude and you her attitude just don't match the way she looks. That's all I'm saying.
I just say she I never heard her talk. She spot on some things, but when it comes to, I think what happened was because, like I said, I'm not left, I'm not right. I think I try to strive to be like the most objective person. Her cards were called when Pearl was on the show. It was shown because at the end of the day, if it's just us as black people we talking about, she shit on black men when she can. But when Pearl was up there and she started saying the same shit she said, then she was in defense mode for us as black men. And she didn't even notice it. Pearl came up there and gave stats and said black men X, Y, and Z, just that and third. She defended it. And she was like, how can y'all black men just sit up there and listen to it? Because us as men, we like, shit, that shit kind of true, goddamn shit. Or we is fucking up. BYN, like, damn. Yeah, we talk about it. But then if we in another conversation and we talking about relationship dynamic, she was saying this, whatever Pearl was saying, pretty intellectual, she said the exact same thing. Even worse, though. Even worse.
I mean, they all the same group.
Jazz, all those women that's up there, they shit on men all the time. Majority of the men up there say, hey, that couldn't be true, but it's not most men. They say no. It's all Molly that's on Anton Daniels show.
She's Molly.
She all of them do it. But then when a white person show up and say the same exact name, oh, now they white knight.